Hey, this is Dave Allen. I want to welcome you to video number 2 on how to get your brand up and running. Now, if you remember video number 1, you went to namecheap.com. You went to another site to figure out what domain you wanted. Hopefully by now you've purchased your domain, spent a whole $10, maybe less, but, pretty much around the $10 mark. And you're sitting here on Namecheap, wondering what to do with this domain. So here's what happens, folks. When you first get here, you've bought the domain and you're on domain search. What's going to happen is when you log into your account, you're going to come to what's called your dashboard. Okay. Now on the dashboard, you're going to see your domain. Now I set up a domain that I'm going to use specifically for this right now. And we're going to be building out a domain called Extra Funds Online. Okay. Now you've got the domain. Don't buy anything else other than the domain. You don't need SSL. You don't need to buy email. You don't need to buy anything other than the domain. Once you've got that, you're going to head over to a hosting company. Now, I recommend Host Armada. They've been a great company. Now, here's the deal. You may already have your hosting company. That's fine. You may have another company you want to use. Doesn't really matter. I like Host Armada. Host Armada, I like it the best just because I've used them for quite a while now, and their customer service is impeccable. Anytime I have an issue, anytime I have a question, they are there 24/7, and that to me is loyalty, and I can't seem to get anybody else to do that. I've had other companies in the past, and they just didn't come up with that. So you can start with a hosting. Now you just need something really, really cheap. You need like a shared WordPress, which is $2.99 a month. Okay. Now, it's not going to get any better than that. So $2.99 a month. Now you can do the annual, save a little bit of money, but normally it's $9.95 a month. So you're going to get that. Once you set that up and you log into your account, it's going to look like this. So you're going to log into your account. It's going to land on the dashboard. Okay. You're going to see my services. Okay. Now, as I said, you're not going to buy any domains with this. You're going to buy just hosting. That's it. $2.99 a month. With the domain on Namecheap, all you purchased was your domain. Now, the one I did for this one was extrafundsonline.com. Okay. With Host Armada, all I'm doing is purchasing just the $2.99 a month. So when you first log in, you're going to come over to the services. You're going to click on View All. Okay. Now you're going to see those NS1. You're going to see these different, good Lord, I can't even remember the word I'm looking for. Name servers. Sorry. You're going to see name servers. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to grab this one. Now yours might look a little differently than mine. Not a big deal. You're going to come down here. You're going to manage it. Okay. And you're going to scroll down right here and you're going to click on where it says name servers, and you're going to click on custom DNS name servers. This one right here, boom. And I'm pretty sure it's just NS2. So the only difference is it's NS2. The rest of it's all the same. Okay. So what I like to do is just basically do that here, and I'll just come over here and get rid of the 1 and put 2. Now you see the little check mark right there. Make sure you click that check mark. Okay. That's how you save it. Now you're done with Namecheap. Okay. Now it says that it could take up to 48 hours to take effect. Don't worry about that right now. I've never really seen it taken more than a couple hours. So now you're going to come back over to Host Armada, and you're going to click on the CP, which is basically your control panel. Click on that. Okay. And you're going to scroll down where you see domains. Domains. Okay. So domains. Now you're going to go ahead and create a new domain. And what you want to do is you want to make sure you grab this here, Extra Funds Online. Come back over to here. Okay. And then do we want to share the document root? No, you want to set it up separate. Okay. And basically now, because I set this up with a domain that I've had for years, Best Side Gig, that's kind of what I use for the hosting account. That's just for the main account. So what's going to happen is I'm going to set this new domain up, extrafundsonline.com. I'm not going to share it with the document root. I'm going to put that in. Don't worry about this. This is nothing. And then you just hit submit. Okay. Now, once you've hit submit, give it a minute. Oh, hold on a second here. Okay, so it didn't want the www in front of it. Okay, so let's take that off. And this is a live video, folks. We're going to make mistakes, but we're going to kind of jump right through them here. And okay, so it already exists. So somehow it already exists. Let's see what happens here. Extra funds online. There it is right there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to come up here, click on that. We're going to scroll all the way down to WordPress. Now you're going to see scripts. Softaculous Apps Installer, click on WordPress. You're going to click on Install. Now we want to install it on Extra Funds Online. Oh, and I'm not seeing the one we want to do here. So we don't want to install it on here. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to come back because something didn't go right here. And the nice thing about this is if you make a mistake, you can always go back and correct it. So in my domains, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to click on, I'm going to delete it. So click that little gear. Let me get rid of the little picture up here. So manage. We're going to scroll down here and we're going to go ahead and remove domain. Okay. And as I said, you make a mistake, just remove it. You can go in and do it all over again. It's not a big deal. Okay, give it a couple minutes. Now, what I like to do is I like to hit refresh just so we have a clean slate here. Okay, and then in the domains, you can hit create a new domain. Okay, and we're not going to put the www in front of it next time. We're going to take that off and we're going to hit submit. Let's hope we don't get no errors. Okay, here we are, and perfect. We have successfully created it right there. So Extra Funds Online is there. So now we're going to come up and hit that, looks like a punch pad there. Click on that again, scroll down. We're going to go down and click on WordPress. Click install one more time. And we're going to hit Extra Funds Online. So as I said, don't worry about it. As you see, all my domains have .bestsitegig beside it. Don't worry about it. It's just the way they set that up. So extrafundsonline.com is the one we want to install a WordPress on. We want to come down here. Now, I always recommend changing the admin username because any hacker is going to come in there and use admin. So you can go, funds online. Whatever your domain is, try something different than that. You're going to set a password. Okay. Now, I'm not going to show you what I'm going to do here, but I need to hide that. Okay, so okay, perfect. Let me write that down here so I know which one I chose. And actually, let me just make sure I delete that and do that again here. Okay, perfect. All right. So now I'm not too worried. Now I'm going to install the Lightspeed cache. I'm going to look at setting up an email for Extra Funds Online, but I don't like to use the word admin. I like to use the word support. So we're going to make sure we set up an email for support at Extra Funds Online. And actually, I'm not too worried about the themes. I'll let it install what it wants to install. And let's hit the button install. Okay. Now we're installing WordPress. Give it a couple minutes. And it should right there. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on it. I don't know if it's actually going to say that it's installed, so it can't be reached. Okay, so that's because it does take up to 48 hours. Now it won't take up to 48 hours. So the next video we're going to come back, it's already going to be up and working. And I'm going to show you how to build this out. But before we wrap up this video, I'm going to show you how to set up the email. So now what you're going to do is you're going to come back. Okay, now I exited out of there. I shouldn't have done that. But nice thing about this is you came back to here, click on control panel. Now I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to click on email accounts. Okay, I'm going to create a new email. I'm going to use the domain Extra Funds Online, and I'm going to use the word support. Okay, support at Extra Funds Online. And let me see here. Set my password. Okay, and you can follow this too. It says set a stronger password, but just for demo purposes, I'm not going to worry too much about that. But obviously, if you go like this, add a few more characters to it, you know, it'll get stronger. But this is a pretty common password that I like to remember for my demo purposes. So I'm going to hit the button create. Okay, and actually before I hit the button create, I'm going to scroll up. All I basically did was figure out the domain I'm setting the email on, put the word support, and come down here, and boom, we're going to hit the word create. Okay. Oh, look at that. It won't even let me do okay, so I made it stronger. So guess what? Learn something new every day. You actually have to make the password stronger the way it says it, or it won't let you create it. So now we're going to come down here and hit the button create. It's creating the email. Once you've created the email, it's going to pop up here in about 2 seconds. Watch, I'll have all this dead air and I'll have to figure out what to say. Anyways, as you can see, anybody can do these videos, right? So we've got the email set up here, support at Extra Funds Online. Come on over here. Let's hit check email. Okay. And basically what's going to happen is you're going to come in, you can use this round cube. We're not going to really log in from this at all right now. We're going to log into it right now just to show you that you do have a working email account. But I'm going to show you how you can use Outlook, how you can use your iPhone, how you can use Gmail, anything you want as a email provider. You don't have to log into this one if you don't want to. I use it. I set them up because they're free to set up. It's part of your hosting account. But once you've got it set up, then you can do other things. So while this is logging in, I'm going to show you something here. So you can connect devices. And that's the nice thing about that is. So if you want to set up your account, if you want to set it up for pretty much anything you want to do, you know, Windows, iOS, iPhone, whatever you want to do, you want to look for the IMAP POP3 SMTP settings. Okay. And they're going to ask for these settings right here. And I'll do maybe a demo on how to set it up on a Gmail. So that way you can kind of learn how to do that down the road. But for right now, you've got a working email. And there you go, inbox. You know, you can use that as an email if you'd like. Now, coming right from here, if you want to go right to the email, you just go right to that right there. Click on the email. Okay. And you can pop in the password and it'll go right into there. So let's see. Okay. And then you log it in and you'll come to this right here. So you can bypass it if you want to do that. Okay. So we're going to wrap up this video, folks. And actually really quickly here, let me go back really quickly. And I'm going to Go into control panel. Come down to WordPress. Here's my extra funds online. And it hasn't been reached yet. You can't access it yet. So we're going to wait till everything propagates. Once that's done, I will do the next video and we'll start building it out. So I appreciate you coming on board, learning about how to get things set up. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you.